we have a new feedback from the developers of Hunger. I haven't seen that, so we will be checking out together. So Missive 11 Vendors Tech Test 3 Summary on Trade, Trust, and the Quiet Economy of Survival. So let's read together. Let's have a first reactions. Hello, Living. First, thank you to everyone who joined us during the technical test and everyone who has already signed up for open beta. The response has been incredibly valuable. If you haven't already, please consider wishlisting Hunger on Steam. It makes a genuine difference to the project and help us combine building and community ahead of early access. Yeah, let's do that, guys. Incredible game. As we said throughout the test, this is a technical test, was first and foremost about infrastructure. Our primary objective was to stress our backend system, matchmaking, servers, and overall stability under real player load. Thanks to your participation, we've been able to identify, reproduce, and resolve a large number of critical issues, and we'll come away with a much clearer understanding of where our remaining work lies. Yeah, they have a lot of work. The next major phase of development is balance. Yeah, that will be a huge thing. Like any multiplayer game, balance is never something that is solved in a single pass. It evolves as players discover stronger builds, more efficient strategies, and unexpected combinations. The scale of these tests has given us that data we wanted to begin making specific adjustments. Hell yeah. So, I think they have a lot of work here, but we will see. Alongside this, we are conducting a comprehensive balance pass across the entire mastery system and every character ability. Some abilities have emerged as defining parts of particular playstyles, while others, particularly abilities designed much earlier in development, have naturally fallen behind as the rest of the game has evolved. Now that we've seen thousands of players interacting with these systems simultaneously, we have much stronger foundation for making every choice feel meaningful. We are also undertaking a broader balance pass on melee combat itself, yes, pretty much needed really. This includes reviewing the performance of every melee weapon, the relationship between light and heavy attacks, yes, weapon damage, attack timings, and the overall flow of melee engagements. While we are happy with the foundations of the system, we think there's still plenty of room to make combat feel more deliberate, more readable, and more rewarding. I just got killed by someone. I had the first shot on the guy. I really like a first shot, and he just charged me. Of course, most likely he had a better equipment, but what was very weird was I managed to perfectly time the block on his attack, but the block itself cost me so much energy I couldn't fight back. So yeah, melee needs rework, so block should be like rewarded. If you manage to block, if you manage to press R, which is and then attack, which is like cancel animation for your attack, and then you can maybe, you know, there should be some kind of like skill ceiling. If you manage to confuse your enemy, if you manage to block the attacks from your enemy, you should be rewarded to be able to like fight back, you know? So that currently there was nothing like that in the game. So it was just people charging, and if someone charged you with melee and he had more HP than you, then you were screwed basically. So yeah, was more about equipment and who shots first, sometimes not. Sometimes it was like more about who had the masteries, the right masteries for that, and you couldn't do anything basically. All right, let's continue. We are okay. Another area we are looking at is the early access experience. Some of the default behaviors that exist more before players begin unlocking masteries can make the game feel more cumbersome that we ultimately like. We don't want to remove the sense of progression or diminish the satisfaction of building a specialized character. But we do think that we can narrow the power gap between newer and more developed characters, yeah. Our goal is to preserve the depth of character progression while ensuring that early game players feel capable of from the outset, rather than waiting for the key masteries before the game fully opens up. It's not only about the masteries, of course, yeah, if the guy has like 20 more levels than you are basically almost surely dead, but the problem is also it's not only about the masteries. If you keep playing, you have a full inventory of items from the raids, but if you have a new character, you don't have anything and you have gray weapons, everything is gray. So the difference is really huge, and the thing is, as we will be playing it, we will continue playing, and now we decide to let's say a prestige character, or we decide to like play other character. The other character has zero inventory, he has nothing, he starts all the way from the zero. Not even the quests are finished, so you need to do everything again with the next character, and you will be very weak. So I don't know, like I like the idea because eventually not all people will have legendary items, right? If you are building a new character, you will be gray. So you will be gray and you will be doing the same quest again. Maybe there needs to be some tweaks. I don't know. Like, I'm not the developer. Sorry, guys. Like, you let me know in the comments what you think about the game. By the way, I want to cover the game like fully, everything about the game. So if you want to join me on this adventure, you can do that by subscribing, liking, and maybe coming to Discord and other things. All right. One point we'd also like to address is how players are evaluating mechanics with hunger. At the moment, it's completely understandable that many players judge every ability, item, and mechanic through the lens of expedition experience because that's the content currently available. However, expedition's only one part of hunger long-term design. And that's something I really like. This game will be so big. There are not only these expeditions, there will be dungeons, there will be lots of things. It's really huge, it will be huge. During our first year of early access, expeditions will incredibly become the foundation that supports a much broader endgame, including dedicated PvP battlegrounds, challenging PvE trials, and large-scale PvP boss encounters, yes. Many mechanics that may appear niche, situational, or even underpowered in today's expedition-focused gameplay have been designed with these future activities in mind. As those experiences arrive, you will naturally see different builds, abilities, and equipment take on entirely new roles. Hell yeah, I like that, really. This broader vision is something we will continue keeping in mind as we balance the game. Our goal isn't simply to optimize every mechanic for one mode, but ensure every system has a meaningful place across the wider RPG. Wow. I can't wait to play the game. I can't wait them to finish the game. We also heard your feedback regarding NPC vendors. During the technical test. Vendor prices were intentionally set with very high margin because they were originally designed to establish the eventual price ceiling for the player-driven auction house, yes. Without the auction house in place yet, however, these prices understandably felt far more punishing than intended. We'll be reducing vendor pricing significantly so that purchasing equipment feels more reasonable while still preserving the long-term economic foundations we want once player trading arrives, yes. One balanced topic deserves its own mention, lunch. We know it's too strong. We've reduced it repeatedly throughout development and it continues to dominate engagements far more than intended. In this current state, it closes distance too reliably and allows too many fights to be decided before meaningful back and forth combat has chance to develop, yes. We will be making much larger adjustments, significantly reducing both its range and overall effectiveness, so that's positioning, timing and sustained decision making matter far more than landing a single launch. Yes. Thank you, devs. Beyond that, there is of course plenty of going polish. We've collected a substantial number of bug reports, quality of life requests, and usability improvements that are already feeding directly in our development plans. Yeah. Perhaps the most encouraging outcome of these technical tests is that the overwhelming majority of discussion has centered around gameplay balance and game systems rather than technical stability. That's exactly where we wanted to arrive. Infrastructure can only be truly tested at scale with the real players, and the balance can only be refined once thousands of players, of people begin approaching the game in ways no internal team ever could. By the way, devs, if there is any possibility for me to be able to help you tech test anything, I don't know, please contact me. I'm on the Discord. I really like that game. I would like to be part of the development or something. Thank you. We will continue sharing more updates as we move towards open beta. There's still a great deal to improve before early access, but every technical test leaves us with a clearer picture of what needs to happen next, and we are excited to keep building Hunger alongside all of you. Thank you again for playing, for your feedback, for signing up to open beta, and for visualizing the game. Your support continually genuinely helps us build the RPG we've always set out to make. Yes. Then we have something more information, so let's go to the next segment. Missive 11 vendors. In the world where every bullet, every scrap of cloth, every heartbeat costs something, there are few who still deal in fairness. These are the vendors, the traders, merchants, and opportunists who bridge the line between desperation and supply. The work of trade. In Hunger, vendors represent one of the several avenues for acquiring and offloading goods. Each maintains their own specialization, preferring certain categories of items over others. Their inventories are limited and refresh over time, introducing new selection of wares as the world shifts. Yeah. So maybe when we are rising the reputation with vendors and if we are selling the things they want, maybe the reputation scales up, like the reward scales up a little bit. Who knows? What they offer and what they take is dictated by scarcity, demand, and their measure of you. Prices fluctuate with the market's condition. Wow! But your reputation carries weight. Wow! Interesting. So the vendor prices will be basically balancing the market. I don't even know if I've seen something like that in the other games. Usually, if you have a player economy, it needs to have a reset from time to time because, like inflation, like in real world. But they are trying to offset that with the. Oh, that's really. Oh my god, guys, maybe they found a solution to inflation in the games. Jesus Christ. Those who trade with consistency or aid the vendor throughout their quest will find prices easing and stock expanding in kind. Trust in Hunger is a form of currency. Okay, the next one is a building one. I do apologize, the video is getting a little bit longer, but I want to really go through everything here. So building a report. Each vendor in the Shata and beyond has their own reputation ledger, recording every act of loyalty, generosity, or deceit. Reputation can be earned in several ways. through repeated transactions by completing quests or by undertaking tasks and errands on the vendor's behalf. Those are daily quests, I think, or I don't know. Every coin exchange and every favor granted leaves a mark in their memory. As the reputation grows, you might gain access to rare goods, improved prices, and exclusive opportunities. Some vendors will only reveal their most valuable items to those who have proven their worth or their usefulness. Patience, not wealth, opens the better shelves. The thing is, you might actually want to focus on to sell and buy things from one vendor eventually. Maybe you will get like better barters, and then you can use that as your leverage in the economic system, like selling things, buying things, maybe selling to players on the market. Who knows, right? I don't know. It's so big. Like I can't imagine all the implications that this will have on the on the overall like market. And yeah, we will need to see, guys. I mean, like you must be like economic genius to program everything like that. Currency and conversion. All trade in Hungary flows through three coins: copper, the smallest measure of value used for common trade and daily exchange; the silver, the median currency forged for sturdier hands and rare goods; the gold, the mark of true wealth, carried by few, designed by all. 100 copper equals 1 silver, and 100 silver equals 1 gold. The system is simple, but the value of coin, as always, depends on what the world decides it is worth that day. Interesting. Do we see some additional information? Because this is just it's not really explaining anything. So the long game, a strong network of vendors is more than convenience. It is spine of survival. The weapons you repair weapons. I haven't seen weapons repair option. The food you carry, the ammunition you spend, all of it passes through their hands. Those who build and maintain their relationships early will find themselves better supplied and better informed as the world changes. Informed? In time, some players may choose to dedicate themselves entirely to trade, crafting, and arbitrage, buying, refining, and reselling goods as a means of power. It is path defined by not violence, but by strategy, foresight, and influence. I mean, interesting idea. We consider is not only valid but vital. In Hungary, the economy it is as much as battlefield as any forest or ruin. Those who understands its rhythm and its greed can rise and hide through. Interesting. So basically, if you are economy god, if you want to scan market, if you played World of Warcraft classic in like first days, not new classic but the old one, you've been like scanning the market and everything and playing with the market, right, getting rich, maybe you will like this game as well. Okay, let's read the last one, and then I will make my conclusions and maybe predictions. After Hungary Early Access launch, the economy will broaden, linking players, guilds, men, and regional markets into a living network of regional markets. What begins as a transaction may become a lifeline. What you sell today may save another tomorrow. Man. Jesus. Okay, so what is new here? Now we know that there will be guilds. We also know there will be regional markets. We know that they want to focus more on the vendors and reputation and trading. And we know that there will be only PvE modes, I think. Challenging PvE trials. So we don't know if it's only PvE yet, but I hope so. The boss encounters PvE. So we don't know exactly if we will have pure PvE yet. I like the idea that we will have a PvP battlegrounds. I really like this idea. Maybe there will be something like a zone that is shrinking and the last man standing, right? And if you have all of these modes, like from other games we already played, in this setting, like the Grim setting and everything, I can imagine even having a hordes, like hordes of enemies and defend the position, capture the flag. I can imagine like everything in this game. And supported with the player economy, with getting gold, silver, copper, and the development can constantly tweak the prices, tweak the game systems. I really can see the huge, like incredibly huge potential for this game to be something genre defining. Also feels like they're building a new genre that combines the strength of everything that we know about gaming now. These are my thoughts, guys. I don't know, like, let me know what you think about the game, and I genuinely want to see like anything. I want to consume anything that you think of the game. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you on the next report.